Welcome to Growth Call in Action, and today we are talking about referrals. I have a couple of our Market Center tech trainers on with us as well. Wave if you're an MCTT in one of the offices, wave like mad. Now I know you're paying attention too. Awesome. So if you have questions today about referrals, go ahead, or the applet and how it works in Command. As we're going over this, remember it's recorded. You can replay it. We're going to go through it a few times. It's recorded. You can replay it. You will have experts on this in your Market Center. So set up time or go to the classes that your Market Center tech trainers have. They are a wealth of knowledge, but use this because what we're going to do today is we're actually going to connect with a few people who are here on the screen today because you may not be in Mass, you may not be in Maine or Connecticut, but we have friends on the screen that are, or Palm Beach, Florida, right? We have a Palm Beach, Florida friend on with us who's joining us. So let's show you how to get there. So in Command, I'm logged into Command. Let's just make sure this is the right desktop. There we go. Everybody can see my Command, my training one. Thumbs up from someone. Awesome. Thanks, Isaiah. Just move a couple things around. Man, being gone from your office for a week is the worst. Everything is moved. Okay, my screens don't want to behave. All right, so I'm logged into Command, agent.kw.com. It is so important that you always go direct and you never use a third-party site to hop through it. Always in Chrome. Our platform was built on Chrome. So when you're having issues and we say to you, are you in Chrome? It's the equivalent of the IT person going, did you restart your computer before we talk to you? It's magic. I apologize. I hate saying it. I was in IT for years at a help desk and I tried to do everything I can to say it differently. But at the end of the day, are you in Chrome? It'll solve most of your problems. Remember, this red KW up here is a little Easter egg. You click it and it expands and then you can read the words. So if you're like, I don't know what referrals look like and my hover over is not working, because remember too, when you hover over it, it tells you what it is. So we are going to click on referrals. This is your referrals dashboard. And what this gives you is an overview of who you've recently added, how many invites are pending, how many pending referrals you have, how many you've sent, and how many you've received. Now, you do not have to put in an opportunity for a referral you're sending. If you do that, you're skewing your numbers and opportunities because you're not selling the unit. This is not your unit. You're just making a referral fee off of sending a unit to someone else, right? So we do not, this is like the biggest myth. Do not put in an opportunity. You do not need it. You are skewing your sales numbers. So when people come to me and they say, my reports are off, I didn't sell this many numbers, the first thing I said is, are you logging your referrals and opportunities? And if so, we need you to stop that behavior because that is not helpful to anyone because you can track everything in here. If you put it in opportunities, there's no live connect to the agent you're working with in KW. Therefore, you cannot see where they are in the process. So let me show you where I've got some things going under my referrals. Now I have an MCTT pal that's playing along with me, and oh, there's Joy. There's Faye. Okay, so you can see a few things. So now I sent this to Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can see 25%. I didn't give her a price range, blah, 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 blah. But what I can see right here is that Jessica has the client I sent her in the appointment stage of her pipeline because I sent her my contact. Now it only gives the information, the basic demographic information. It doesn't give my notes. It doesn't give birthday. It gives a couple of key pieces of information. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. So now I can also see the activity log back and forth of where we are communicating here. So everything from when I created it, January 30th, all the way up to today and last week and last month, right? She plays along every time I send her an update. Do referrals close within 3 months all the time? How many of you have forgotten to get paid for a referral? How many of you have forgotten to pay a referral? It happens. This is why it's so important that we keep it up to date in here and we're tracking things. So you can see all the updates, right? I'm giving her my best client, SpongeBob, because he's looking to make a change to Tennessee. So what they see is the name, the phone number, the email. Are they pre-approved, pre-qualified? what's the fee I'm requesting? What's the price range for the buyer or seller? And then when are they looking to make a move? So now I can see this back and forth everywhere we go. When I come back to the dashboard, you may be overwhelmed when you look at this the first time, because if you haven't played in here and you've been at KW a while, every time we go to events or every time I train on things, all of a sudden people are like, I'm getting all these referral requests. I don't know where they're coming from. Or you can also blast out a referral. So let's look at what it looks like to send a referral to someone. Let's see. Who do I see in here that's on there? I think Sandra, you're on there. Let's see, Sandra. Are you in there as Galvez or Solar? No, you're in there as Galvez. So look at this. So Sandra is not in my network, but I've connected with her and I need to send her my client. So just because she's not in my network yet doesn't mean I still can't go through the process. So I typed in the agent's name right here in the referral network out of my network. Great. Let's add her. Yes, I'm going to send the invitation. Bye. You get a ding in Command. You'll get an email. It will only be in Command where you can accept this. So now if you've been here forever and a day, it may force you into some old version of referrals that used to exist in my KW that is dead, that is not connected to this. All referrals in Command. So now, Sandra, did you get any dingies anywhere?
Yeah, I'm refreshing right now.
Whoop, whoop. Sorry to call you out, but you know.
No, it's good.
You popped up on my screen.
All right, where am I? I have Adam as my first referral sent.
This guy.
Yes, I do.
It might take a minute too.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to continue on with my referral.
I'll accept it when I get it.
Got it. So I could do the same thing here now that I know what your last name is in there. Right? It's going to say you did not return any it doesn't matter. Right? Because now what I can do is I'm going to go through and find her on the map. So I know Sandra works out of what's Nashua's zip code for your home base?
Oh God, I'm in Salem.
I know, but your market center's
Yeah,
Nashua.
440 is the market center. I don't know.
There we go. So I got you. So I'm going to go to the area in which she is. I can see I'm in Nashua, New Hampshire. Here's all the people. And I can go, Sandra. There she, oh, and she's a luxury agent too. Look at that.
Yes, I am.
Okay. See this little outbound? This is what's going to allow me, even though we're not connected, to send her the client I want her to talk to. So when I click that little send it button, send it, now I get to pick, am I a buyer or am I a seller? Am I a tenant or am I a landlord? I get to decide the fee, right? Like we've agreed upon a certain fee. 25% is usually the standard. But if you said, I'm giving you somebody, they're literally just walking in, here's the keys. I've done all the work. You've decided, right? So we'll put that back down to 25, but this can slide. Just so you know. Okay. I give them more than 24 hours. I always give people 24 hours. More. I give them at least 48 because guess what? If it expires, you have to do it again. You just can't re-up the referral. So they are looking for a house that 849. And I'll put a little note. Hello, class. And now here's what I love. If this person is not in your data bank, you can create them right from here with all the information you need. It goes into your database and then it would go over to Sandra or whoever you're sending it to. But Doc McStuffins is in my database. Are they pre-approved? Are they pre-qualified? Cool. Where are they looking? Salem, New Hampshire. Boop. Got the phone number. The doc is in at Disney.com and they're looking to close. They want to be in before the next school year starts. Okay, so I've given her everything she knows. We've already had a conversation. And now I'm going to ship this out to Sandra. She's going to get information and be able to pull all this information in to have a successful transaction. But more important is that I can track it now in my pendings and in my sent. So when she accepts it, it will be in there. and I'm going to be able to watch the process. So if you are sending a ton of referrals out, you should be in this every day. You should be in this every day anyway, making sure that you are sending notes to everyone, right? Are you updating them? Because I know I was like, man, I think we referred someone out last year this time. Have you heard from the agent? And my husband's like, no, I don't think we did. I was like, wow, we're doing a bad job staying up on our clients with the referrals. So we reached out to the client and they're like, oh, we paused our search because my wife got transferred to a different hospital, but we'll be picking back up in August. Right. So then we reached back out to the agent that we referred to and said, hey, in case you haven't been hearing from the client, here's what's going on. And they're like, yeah, they're not picking up, the phone for me. I was like, text them. And then they texted them right back. So if you're not seeing movement, that means the other agent's not using opportunities. Ask for an update. You can go right back in when I click that My Referrals again. And I can see I've got 3 active. I can say I need an update. Hey, how is it going with Doc? She stuffed up. I'm so glad that's recorded. There we go, right? So
Only.
I was with Mark King all week last week. The amount of dad jokes I heard in a short period of time was anyway. So there you go. So now all the back and forth happens. A lot of people come to us and say, hey, Brooke, who do you know? Jen, who do you know? Tiffany, who do you know? And we might ask you a lot of questions too when it comes to sending referral. I don't like sending a referral to someone I've never contacted. Just because their production says one thing on here doesn't mean they are the right fit for my client, especially in my community, right? My husband's paramedic first responder. He's a fireman too. Our clients need a certain mindset when it comes to communication and how they need to be communicated with and why they may text you back late, even though you don't have to answer it. So when I'm looking for someone, let's see, you are in Palm Beach. When I come down here and look at Palm Beach, when I'm in the map part, what I'm going to see is a lot of information randomly loaded into Command. When we first had this, it was by alphabetical order. So what happened? If you had an A last name, you were golden.
All referrals.
Right? All the A's. So what happens is now it's a random load at all times. Get curious. Do you want someone who, if you're sending buyers, do you want somebody who's done 400 buy sides and maybe has 20, 30 people they're juggling? Or do you want someone new who's going to be there for them, who's going to have all the time? Do you have needier buyers? Do you have people who are like, this is my 13th, I just need a person to do it, right? That's how you're going to figure things out, by being able to dig down into the filters. Maybe if you're in one of the communities, you're looking to support another community, such as KWYP, or like Sandra, if it's luxury to luxury, you want to make sure that the people you're speaking to also are earning and are going to get your clients that level of customer service they're used to with you. So now you can see I've sorted by luxury, and now I can see everybody who's luxury. Again, if you have, I'm going to take off that luxury real quick. If you have a name, right, you can come in here, and there she is. I'm adding you. Hi. Don't worry, I'll send you fake people and awful puns and dad jokes too. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But now I can see all the things Lainey's doing. Make a phone call, because look, phone number, email. I can reach right out and say, hey, Lainey, I've got somebody I want to send down there, but I want to make sure that we're a good fit and that you have the time for my client. Do you have a minute to talk? And I'm sure Lainey would say, yes, I would love to talk to your client. Or no, I don't have the bandwidth for your client. But someone in my office does, and here's their info, and let's connect now on a 3-way call. It's going to happen. There's going to be a time where you're like, until I hire an admin, I can't take on anymore. It happens. Okay. I do not like this broadcast referral button. That is like throwing a piece of bread to a flock of ducks. All of a sudden, all these things come flying. People are pecking at it. Somebody loses a beak. Feathers are everywhere, and it's just animalistic, and I don't like it. It's not the best use of your time or your client's time. Find someone that matches them. Find someone that you know is going to give them the service they deserve. Okay, so then everybody says, okay, Brooke, but how do I update what everybody sees? Where that lives is a little different now. So when you come up to your name and you click that down arrow, the first thing you're going to see is a referrals profile. This is what people internally see. This is what they see about you. So this is where you can change this information here specifically to get people excited to speak to you about their clients and send referrals your way. You can add all your service areas. You can just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. So if you have a bunch of different service areas in different states, you can go in and put them right in. When I start typing, I can type anything in here. Where does pineapple under the sea? I want to see pineapple under the sea, right? Let me get rid of these because they're empty now. But you can come in and keep adding and adding all your service areas. Because there's areas in New England that are weird, right? Like where I grew up in New Hampshire, if you were to say Pinardville, people in New Hampshire know what Pinardville is. People in outside of our states would be like, what is Pinardville? It's not on the map. Like it doesn't exist. So there's all these little things that can help you just be the local agent of choice. You also may have opted out at some point. So check this, because if this says opted out, you're not getting referrals. Nobody's going to see your name on certain lists. So give that a check. The other thing is you get to decide what gets seen. Do you want them to see buy sides or close sides? Do you want them to see a different YouTube? Do you want them to have something different for you? So we save those changes. Now, when you go to my profile, you're going to see my service areas are New England and pineapple under the sea. Let's see how many conversations get started because of this. It could happen. It's close to where Lainey lives. SpongeBob lives very close to where Lainey lives. But go in today. Your job today, I'm going to give you a few minutes back, is to just make sure this is updated and it's enticing to whoever. Here's why I'm your number one referral choice for New England. Here's why I'm your number one referral person in the greater Boston area or the Merrimack Valley. This is why you want me in this area. And make sure you're using local terms that would make sense to people there, right? The area of expertise. Being the local realtor of choice is so much more than the person that just sells the most houses. Does this person know enough about the area to make sure I'm making the best choice for me and my family, or investment or commercial property? So make it enticing. I want everybody to pop their name in the chat right now who needs more referral friends, because what I'm going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to actually do a couple of referral ads right now. Chalma, I think you're in mine, but let's take a little peeky again. KW, I'm gonna go to referrals and I'm gonna search. There you are. I'm adding you. Boop. It's funny, you guys participate when there's money involved. Man, I get you to come on now. Come on. You cracked me up. And I'm just going to go down the list. Well, you guys are going fast. There you are. All my New Jersey friends. That's Steve Gendel territory. Barbara. Has everybody added at least 1, 2, 3 people? And just remember too, if you've got Oh, who's got Syracuse? I've got Syracuse people if you need them. So now when you get a referral, look at that, updated. So Sandra got my referral for Doc McStuffins. If you have a name change, like many of us do, or you have a preferred name to be contacted by, update it in that referrals profile as well. Okay, so I went up to my name, referrals profile. So if I want to be Brookie Cookie to everyone, there you go. I can put my name as Brookie Cookie, right? I can whatever I want in there. Make it enticing to the people that you want to refer to you. Questions on any of this? This is
I'm trying to change my last name on that profile.
Yeah.
Not letting me click.
Did you click edit?
Yep, edit profile. It opened the window and now I can't click on my name.
So edit profile. Oh yeah, look at that. They graded out. Let's find out why. For you, it might be under my profile, and I'm not going to load this up because you'll start seeing my stuff. But edit your name in the about me here and in your contact info. So I went Brooke. Hold on, let me go back because it puts us in a weird spot.
Well, I'll talk to you later because I do have it right there. I just
Okay,
don't
fine.
have it on the referral part of it.
Okay, yeah, we might need to do a ticket.
Okay.
It might be still in Winmore a certain way.
Okay.
Cool. Other questions on referrals?
On the service areas, is it tacky? Does it look good, bad? If you, like, as you said, you can add as many to do towns. Like, for example, in New England, we have all these little towns surrounded. So would you name every single town?
I don't know if I would. You have Southern New Hampshire
Yeah.
and Northern Mass.
Okay.
And in between, like you could be, how you say it, you could be very smart marketing phrase, right? If you live in an area where it takes you 2 hours to cross your city and you have blocks or certain areas, right? Like there's certain neighborhoods in Chicago. My friend doesn't do anything outside of certain Chicago neighborhoods. He refers out to other people because it's going to take them 3 hours to get across town in traffic. So they have like certain things, same thing with some of my friends in Sarasota,
Maybe
right? They sell
county.
above a certain highway, not below a certain highway because of the amount of time it takes for them to get there. So it all depends on what you're going to do. If you're, I would add something in there, but I have friends worldwide ready to assist and give the great care as well. Think about using those service areas,
Okay.
right, in a way that entices people. And just make sure all your stuff is up to date in your marketing profile as well. In your regular one that's on your website.
Mhm.
And if you're looking for referral partners, ask, do you have someone? Do you have someone in every state? If you've run the 201.club, you know that referral partners in every state was a part of it. Can you say, yes, I have someone in Chicago? Actually, I have 3 people, depending on where you want to live. So let me just see. This is about client contact. If someone always goes by a nickname instead of their legal name, would you save the main contact as the nickname? Yes, I would, but I would also send a note for them to update the legal name so that when things go to contract, right? Like we have a great friend named Elizabeth. We call her everything but Elizabeth. I don't think I've ever called her Elizabeth. She's Betty, she's Beth, she's Betsy, she's Bitsy, like little bit. Like we call her everything but her name. So if I were to pick up the phone and be like, hi, can I speak to Elizabeth? She'd be like, who is this? Right? So give them context of what to do and then make sure for legal, you do put it. Does that answer your question? Where are you? Oh, I see you, Christina. You went off of. Perfect. All right. Does everybody have at least 1 or 2 people on the screen they've added? Perfect. If you ever need help finding someone, whether it's local in our region or across the world, please reach out to us. Your team leader also has some great names. They'll also call other team leaders for you and say, hey, I have an agent looking to give a referral to someone. Here's what it is. It's a great way for us to keep conversations going throughout every single market center and keep our team leaders connected. All right, so you have 2 jobs today. Go put the social media content out there. Can't wait to see it. And I comment when I see it. And make sure your referrals profile is up to date. And if you've done a deal with someone and they're not in your referrals profile, go find them. Add them to your network. What a great reminder that you want to be in business with them. Yes, you can have a referral contact even if you don't have a client. My hint is watch migration patterns. If you see all your people are piecing out for South Carolina in a certain area, don't you think you need a really good friend in South Carolina to send you market stats and fund properties that you have permission from them to market to your sphere? Where are the people going? Where are the people coming from? We know New Englanders are hightailing it out of here as soon as winter hits. All right, we got all our snowbirds. Fly, fly, little birdies. Right, Delaney? All right, friends, we will see you next week. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.